I got the fucking shanks.
You've been described as very direct and to the point.
Yeah, very.
Come on, boys, the TV's here.
For me, business is easy. Golf is hard.
We have some seriously good golfers on this tour.
When that ball is teed up, they all want to do their ultimate best.
The ambition is still there to succeed.
We're so lucky that we have a second bite at it.
Golf was not played by many of my kind.
To actually deliver something way beyond what they would expect, that would be the proudest moment for me.
It's a very different animal to a normal tour.
You're one swing away from retirement and you're one swing away from winning a golf tournament.
We're not the hoodie brigade and the trainers and the Jordans and the cool.
The biggest challenge is the future of the game.
Our biggest threat is not moving with the times.
In other business ventures, I would probably walk away. I have made a few mistakes with this. When I hear things like that, it winds me up. And even now, there are some people that let me down.
The Legends Tour is on the right path.
Quite their place. We're making a movie here.
The business model is more important than a few guys not being supportive of it.
First round on the Legends Tour. Come on.
Well, that ruffled a few feathers, as you can imagine.
This is our job. You know, this is our livelihood.
I don't see any other tours out there really competing with this.
Everyone wants the tour to work.
If I get this right, I can turn this into the biggest ecosystem in senior golf.
Right, okay.
A few cameras going there, boys.
Right, I'm just looking at you the whole time, right? Cool.
The Legends Tour that used to be the European Seniors Tour, it's really a tour for
Galvanising 50-plus professional golf. Being the go-to home for that demographic, the silver dollar demographic. These guys are the ones that people have seen play Ryder Cups, win majors, win DP World Tour events.
We've got some of the biggest names from Ryder Cup captains, major winners, former world number ones, and the stalwarts and the legends from the European Tour group.
We have the golden stories. I think that's how we differ from the other tours. We already have that established pool of players that can share incredible stories from, you know, their heydays, from their careers.
Perfect.
So it's for guys that had very successful careers and really want to prolong their career in golf. They see it not as winding down, they see it as a new career. They think, you know, turning 50, right, I've got a new start, here 60 players, no cut, more of a party atmosphere, everybody knows each other. It's like a family, really. You've got players of the right quality and profile. So, I mean, the calibre of the player is top draw, really.
Got a really good team together, real strong focus, and a big amount of pressure from Ryan to make this work.
I'm a disruptor in business, and I'm bringing that to the Legends Tour.
I'm a winner and I won't fail.
I'm Ryan Howsam. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm also the chairman and majority owner of the Legends Tour. As a tour, you have a qualification process. So that's an annual qualification process where the top 4 players get a card. And then you've got a number of ways that you can get on the tour, which will come from the value of the winnings of the players from when they were on, at that point, the European Tour or DP World. And in addition to that, whether they are a major winner. So these are different categories. And then what you've got is you've got 60 players, sometimes 66, that are eligible to play in any tournament. And, you know, when I took this over, at that point, the prize money was about 3.7 million. This year, it'll be 8.5. Plus then they're playing in for the majors, which probably takes it up to about 17 or 18 million. So we have moved the needle there, and a lot of that's just been down to me pushing harder with the prize monies and underwriting it a little bit more than perhaps I should have done. How much are we spending on that? 400 or 500?
Well, it's a bit more, about 650.
I'm not paying all that, am I?
No.
Fuck for that. So basically, I pay it. So all roads lead to me.
I swear you offered to do that before.
What do you think? I've just got a big fucking bag of money to give you? I've been an incessant doodler and planner. So a few years ago, I lost everything when I was in my 30s. And there was a point where I got Tony Robbins' book and CDs at that time, and I wrote everything out, and I wrote out all the things that I thought I'd have. And I found it a couple of years ago, and it had the cars, the houses, the value of business, and everything that I put down I got.
Because you had a strategy?
I didn't have a strategy to get there. Subconsciously they were there. I've got a place in Marbella and then Dubai, London and here. I find it difficult to stay in one place. It's just my personality, I get bored. For me, golf is the fun in my life as well. And on top of that, whether you like a storm or don't like, the fact that you're sitting at a table with leaders of the UK and you come from a council estate in Sheffield and used to fight growing up, it's sort of, well, I know I wouldn't have done that without golf. I might not seem like it, but I'm a little bit insular, so I'd always just sort of do my own thing. This is an interesting one, which is, I'm a Bond fan actually, so this is the putter from Goldfinger, signed by Sean Connery. Business is a system. Everything has to have a system. For me, business is easy. Golf is hard, right? I'm not bad at golf, but then, you know, I would love to be at the level that those guys are at the top level. I think I'm sort of at that level in business. So in that respect, I find it relatively easy. I believe that if you stay focused on what you're doing in business, as long as you're going in the right direction and all the metrics make sense, then actually you're probably going to succeed. And if you just keep going and persevere and don't give in, as long as what you're doing makes commercial sense, you'll probably do very well. You know, when I'm looking at a business, I'm always looking at what space can it hone and how can it win. This is the hardest business that I've been involved in because it's not like you've got a product, you sell it, you go and make money. You've got like a load of golfers you've got to please who a lot of the time, they're not prima donnas, but they can a little bit.
This is my biggest concern. You need help from the players.
Yeah.
You cannot have the players not helping you.
You don't want to be a whinging old fella.
But seriously, right, you're legends. You should look like legends.
I agree with that.
No, you fucking should, right? So we should get you gear so you look like legends. And at the same time, you're trying to run a business and get the cash in to make it work. But if you were to say, what's the big picture, and you said, what's the global audience of golf worth if you go after it with this demographic, it's worth a huge amount of money. Really, it's like a guy owning a football club, but walking out on the pitch playing with Ronaldo or whoever. So, you know, when you think that you grow up watching these people and then you're playing alongside them and you sort of own the train set, it's actually a nice place to be.
When he took it on, I think realistically he wanted to be playing on tour with these guys. That was his goal and his focus. He's realised he's not going to do that.
That's a shocker.
But he's still got that obsession to be better.
And he loves the golfers. He absolutely loves them. You know, if this started to make a load of money, he'd just up the prize money. That's what he would do because he's grown very attached to them because he's actively involved and he's become friends with them.
How you doing? I've come to watch you, Pricey.
But he is a unique character. Not everybody could work for him.
I suppose I'm quite challenging and full on most of the time, you know, and but a million ideas a minute.
Do you ever sit down,
Huh?
Do you ever sit down?
No. So if we think about what you're talking about and what you're talking about, how does this actually lead to the cash? So I sponsored it to start with, but there was a point where the amount of money I was spending sponsoring it, it felt like it wasn't much more to become the owner of it. And that was just my brain made that leap. Now it's become much more difficult from that because we're trying to build it into something that it wasn't before. The extra income that's coming from that point is not enough to even cover the cost of the people. You know, in other business ventures, I would probably walk away. But the reason I'm not going to walk away is because I know that I can get it there. And also, there's a little bit of a fear of missing out because I know that I've come up into this environment that I really enjoy. You know, it's that cross of business and sport at the highest level is pretty special. So it is quite hard to put down, and there is a financial value that you can put on that. I did this because I love golf, and I thought if I can turn sponsorship money into ownership, that's a smart move. With me, I'm like the extremes of this game. I'm either really good or I'm not very good at all. And I'm constantly questioning what I'm doing, which is probably my brain, all right? So in business that works because I'm questioning things all the time, but then I manage to stay focused on something. With golf, I find it very hard to stay focused on the same thing to make it work. Because somebody will show me a shiny new way to swing and I'll try it, and then it goes off on a tangent. So if you speak with Campbell about that, you know, he said that if I put my business brain into golf, I'd probably be quite good.
And that's why I'm hitting it properly again.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like the opposite of what I've been trying to do, basically.
Well, what you were trying to do before was completely fucking wrong, mate.
Well, blame him. He's a so-called professional as well.
No, you take full responsibility, mate.
In all honesty, I'd swap what I've got for a top player's life. I think being a top sportsman and what goes with it is as good as it gets. Say Campbell isn't in the top 17 because he's good after his
But you'd have to have your
whatever.
major winners.
Well, that's my point.
Yeah.
The majors would be.
And then you'd be in there, yeah.
Would you though?
Yeah.
I'd rather it go straight off the order of merit, personally.
Well, you can't not have Campbell in it.
You can.
Well, you fucking can't. Is the one player who's supported.
Yeah, but look at the rest of the field. It's going to be one of the.
It doesn't matter. You've had the one guy who's been out there fucking on his arse all over everywhere for us, and then you fucking kick him in the teeth.
This isn't personal against Campbell.
It's
the fact that what's fair to the rest of the tour. You've got guys above him.
Well, I don't care. He's fucking in. That's it.
I'm Michael Campbell. The journey started really when I started caddying for my father when I was 6, 7 years old, and ever since then I haven't looked back. You know, it's one of those stories where he cut down a little 6-iron for me, and where I grew up was a sheep farm, 9-hole golf course, fences around the greens, sheep shit everywhere. I couldn't really afford tees, so I used to use sheep shit to tee it up. Had probably 2 golf balls and 1 golf club, and that's how it started for me when I was 6 years old. And I loved the game from the very, very beginning. Golf was, to me, the sport I wanted to play. Every boy's dream really is to be an All Black, and I knew I wasn't big enough and strong enough to be, and fast enough to be an All Black, so I thought I'd give golf a crack. For a Maori to play golf is very unusual. Because back in the days, back in the 70s and 80s, no Maoris played golf. They played rugby, rugby league, other sports, but golf was, you know, not played by many of my kind. And so I kind of broke the mold a little bit. I didn't tell my friends I played golf. So I knew, because look, I'm going to say it. Back in the day, it was like a white man's sport, right? And very expensive to play. And I couldn't afford clubs, you know. I mean, the first time I had a full set of clubs was when I was probably about 15 years old. The game of golf also has given me the opportunity to meet a lot of people around the world. I mean, I played in 55 majors. I got to win one back in 2005, and Tiger came second, so that was even more special. If you look on previous presentations of a major, second's never there, right? Only the number 1, the winner. So Tiger was next to me at prize giving. He came second, but he was right next to me. And I said to him, mate, what are you doing here? You know, he goes, well, I'm going to show you my respect. And that's the biggest compliment you can ever receive from the GOAT, you know, because he knew my humble beginnings, because obviously Steve Williams, his caddy, is a Kiwi New Zealander, and told Tiger about my upbringing as a child. So for him to be there, for Tiger to be next to me, sharing this moment, special moment for me, was a big deal. So it was, it was an incredible gesture from Tiger. When I hold the final putt, obviously, and won it, I looked towards the heavens, and I thanked all my They're called two-pointer. Two-pointer means, in my language, people were passed on before me. They gave me strength and courage for those last 9 holes. It was tough, and I couldn't do it by myself. I needed spiritually help from every corner of my universe for me to win against Tiger in that last round. So that was the moment when I raised my hands towards the heavens and thanked them. It was massive for me. I went back home for 10 days, and it wasn't for myself. It was to show to my people that anything's possible. Because I thought outside the box. I thought about, winning a major, which is unheard of back in the day. Now I see a lot of married people play golf, which is great. So I think I've changed people's mindset about golf. I can see it back home in New Zealand right now, big time, which is nice. They made a difference. My grandmother, I was very close to my grandmother. She was very spiritual person. And she told me that, one day, Michael, I was 10 years old, one day that you're going to change people's lives. I'm there sitting on the couch, looking at my grandmother thinking, what are you talking about? I'm 10 years old. And she saw my future and said, no, but the most important thing I want you to always remember is we're born with 2 hands, one to receive and one to give back. So that's why I went back to New Zealand in 2005 after winning the US Open. I had ticky tape parades. It was a crazy, crazy time, but it was great fun. But I went to all the low decile places around schools just to inspire kids, not to play golf, but just to prove to them that anything's possible if you dream about it.
Yes, people, it's the Bulldog. Right, you lovely lot. What are you saying? Yes. Smash your boss up Friday.
So I'm looking around and I knew Lee going, is he all right?
I love it. Come on, the Pirates.
Up the golf life.
You golf, life, legends.
It's a must watch. I'm wishing my life away here, but I can't wait. I'm 47 this year. 3 years, I'll be 50. I will be on this tour, I guarantee you.
Well, Jimmy's been really vocal about the Legends Tour for a while. Interesting kind of discussion internally, because very rare that you have a professional of any other sport to then be looking at another sport to be professional in that. So Jimmy, obviously, Premier League footballer, huge character, and very handy at golf. Very handy at golf. And he not only brings great energy on the course, but great energy off the course and in front of camera.
Having celebrity involvement, having content creator involvement, it's just vital in getting brand awareness out there for us. That's one of our biggest challenges. It's one of our biggest targets for the next few years is growing brand awareness. And as a team, we do believe that content creators and celebrities is a vital move to help push that.
So we knew that he was interested in the Legends Tour. He fancies himself to make it onto the tour, which, is a story in itself. We don't know how he's going to do. I mean, he could shoot the lights out, or he could have an absolute nightmare. It's one thing playing with your mates and having a bit of banter in front of the TV cameras, but actually when you're mixing it with major champions, former world number ones, how does your game stack up,
I really enjoyed it, man. I was impressed with the way you hit the golf ball and the shots you hit.
You're playing with Jimmy today.
Yeah.
Why? Why Jimmy?
Well, you've seen his following, haven't you? And what I'd seen on social and heard was that he was really want to try and get on the tour when he was 50. So we thought it would be good for Jimmy to give him a bit of a test to see has he really got what it takes out here. And if you speak to the purists, some of the guys, they might be a bit concerned that whoever wins, it'll be overshadowed because it's the Jimmy show. But I can understand that because, at the end of the day, these guys have played their whole lives without amateurs, without influencers, without this whole thing, and they're not really needed. But if you take the tour and all the things that we're doing, like going after this over 50s audience and all that type of stuff, it all makes sense. But at the end of the day, the more eyeballs you've got, the more money, the sponsorship, the more money comes in for the players. And ultimately, we're trying to build the brand, and for us, that's more important right now. That's why I think it's the right move.
Look, golfers are like children, right? They want to go to school and they want to play in their playground a certain way. And when different things happen, they throw their toys out of the pram, and that's basically what's happened this week. I understand what Ryan's trying to do, right? Jimmy Bullard has got a huge following on social media. You can see Ryan's idea that this is going to create interest in the Legends Tour. But Ryan has to remember, we have former Ryder Cup players, right? We have some seriously good golfers on this tour. And with respect, it's those people that should be getting the PR and marketing and interviews and draw them out a little bit, because, Christ, we're all in our 50s now. Everyone needs to relax a little and just lighten up.
What do you think the players think of Jimmy playing?
I haven't asked.
You can't sit on the fucking fence.
Of course I can.
Come on, is it good or bad?
I don't give a fuck.
Well, you've got to answer. You can't just dodge it like that.
No, I'm going to dodge it, mate.
There was some mutterings going on because they went and played at the start of play today, 20 minutes before the first group. Why? Why is that happening? Why are they going? The players just, you know, they throw the toys out. Just calm down. Focus on playing golf.
I think you got to look at the bigger picture, the whole business model, and the business model is more important than, you know, a few guys not being supportive of it.
The worst thing Ryan ever did was say to the players, any other problems, here's my email, here's my phone number. And Jesus, did he get a lot of players calling him up, emailing, whinging about little things, which really pissed Ryan off.
Ryan's come out here initially, and we were a pro-only tour, and then suddenly we're playing pro-ams every week with this alliance. Well, that ruffled a few feathers, as you can imagine.
And I'm sure it's probably taken a little bit of adapting for some of the pros. You've got to ignore, and that's not wanting to sound rude. You don't let anything affect you.
You can get unlucky. You can get an amateur who's not much of a golfer and doesn't have much etiquette. Shouldn't be on the green. Doesn't know where to stand and doesn't know when to not speak to you when you've made a bogey, and it's really difficult. It's really tough. You're trying to earn a living.
The players just want to play golf professionally, like they've done all their life. And Ryan needs to, he needs to just swallow, just take 2 steps back a bit and respect that. Doesn't mean we can't do progressive and new things, new ideas. But he mustn't just go off on one and go, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to fly him out in the private jet. We're going to go and play golf, and we're going to go and do this, and he's going to be screaming and shit.
You know, Jimmy's obviously got his following. I'm not sure it's our following. You know, it's more the youngsters that follow him.
I know that the social media side that Jimmy can bring can maybe open us up to a different audience. And I know that's a huge part of sport now, but it's not a part that I'm part of. Unfortunately, my generation's missed that.
We're old school. We're not the hoodie brigade and the trainers and the Jordans and the cool. We're old farts.
I think it's great. Guys like Jimmy, they're very welcome onto it if they can play. He brings another flavour and another cocktail. And what you're trying to do is you know, increase the interest level for people, and I'm all for it. If they're good enough, put them in with the mix, and let's see what they've really got.
Why not let them enjoy it if they want to be part of it? And if that grows the tour, then let's do it.
At the end of the day, this is our job. You know, this is our livelihood. I'm not bitching about it because obviously I'll go with whatever is there.
I've got no problem with Jimmy. I've got no problem with Jimmy full stop. But when the gun goes and they're playing for their livelihood, it needs to be serious. And that's the thing that Ryan has to understand.
Yes, boys! Hello, son. How are you? How are you, son? I ain't seen you. Get a cuddle. You all right? You got a bit of chocolate on, yeah? Fucking love the look, brother. Yeah.
New baby?
Yeah, new baby, yeah.
Since I last saw you?
It's been all right, yeah. It's behaved itself.
How you playing?
Played better yesterday, all right, okay. Lost my golf shoes yesterday. I've had to play in trainers today. I've got to try and see if they've been handed in.
So, mate, so yesterday said you were going to invite me on your channel, then you saw me shank it around. I bet you were thinking twice, weren't you?
Mate, what you've done for me this week, mate, you're welcome any time. But yeah, I'd love you on. You've got a game, ain't you? You've got a game, I can see that. I'd love you
It's
on.
getting better now.
Yeah. I'm a fan of it today,
Yeah, so what are you thinking about this then? It's like a couple of practice rounds. How are you feeling?
So good. Yeah, well, as I said, you're 47. wishing my life away because I really want to try and get on this tour in 3 years. But I just wanted to see sort of what level these are at. You know, playing with a big man here, James Kingston, he's always been around top 10. We're just talking where he's Order of Merit, just to see what the tour's about. It's fantastic, this place, by the way.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, Costa Navarine, it's absolutely pure.
I know, but you know, yesterday, I mean, I watched it for the first time, and I'd seen you online. I was doing it at breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh no, in bed. You see
Okay,
that little
well
clip
that's
I sent
weird.
you? Yeah. Because it was you and Rick Shields, my best mate. But,
What did you think?
know, well, I thought it was good.
Give me honest.
But honestly, online, it's not as good as in person. Yesterday,
You heard it first.
no, but yesterday, you were.
impressed?
Well, you know what surprised me
Go on.
was because I've heard all about the banter.
Yeah.
You were super focused on a practice round yesterday.
It's big that you notice
Is that the?
I can't
Is that
play
the sports guy?
I can't play golf. I've never, even though they knew me as a joker in football, when I was actually in the game, if you look back at my career, I was very serious. Do you get what I mean? Once I'm in the game, I wouldn't have achieved what I achieved messing around. Do you get what I mean? And it's the same with golf. If I want to shoot a good score, I've got to be focused. You know, you get a totally different Jimmy Bullard. When the cameras are there with Golf Life, again, a little bit of character comes out. I play 2 characters in life, which is weird. But when I'm on my golf like this, I want to play. You know.
Yeah. So tomorrow when it starts,
do
you think it's going to feel different?
I don't think so. A little bit first tee, maybe a bit of first tee nerves. You're in the tournament, aren't you?
Yeah.
You give me a great invite, so it's going to be like, oh, hang on. But then slow, like now I'm in.
You're in.
Do you get what I mean? But it's about keeping your nerve, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I had the same with football. We was talking about it on the way over, weren't we? Football was, when I started my career, I remember I played in front of 6,500 at Swindon. Oh, mate, it seemed like 60,000.
Did it?
And then 6 months down the line, I mean, you know, same as anything, you know, you're in the business, you'd have been the same as a young kid, you know.
I mean, obviously out here, you don't really get the punters out to watch, but you know, you get the Staysure PGA, and you've got 25,000 people out there. It's a whole different gig, you know.
Yeah,
and you probably
watching it.
play better for that.
I do.
You think
once
you'll
I
rise
get
to the crowd?
Absolutely, I've already got a few from the hotel, knocking around the hotel. I brought 20 down tomorrow.
What are your ambitions for this week?
3 rounds in the red, that's all I want.
You're playing the same courses, same conditions as the pros. What would qualify as a success for you?
Not scared to give it to you, top 30.
Well, Jimmy, great to have you here. Best of
Cheers.
luck.
Cheers, Kit. Money time.
It's what time?
Money time.
Good afternoon and welcome to the first round of the 2025 Costa Navarino Legends Tour trophy. On the tee from England, Jimmy Bullard.
When I've got a pencil in my hand, I'm usually on. Different Jimmy to what you know. Well, I'm away. Good luck, Jimmy. I've hit some cracking shots today. I love ripping it. I just, you know when it comes out the screws and it's like money? Little start, birdie. Come in. It's enough one. Back to back.
He's currently tied 10th. 2 off the lead. Pretty good now.
Under. Still don't want it to shoot under par, and I've done it. Get in, first round on the Legends Tour. Come on. Loved it out there. Didn't say a lot for you, sorry about that, I was so zoned in. My golf will get better and better being around quality players like this. And then the names up on the scoreboard, you know, they're all boys that I've watched for years. It's like, Gallagher, what's he doing here? Top 20, bring it on, round 2 tomorrow.
Sort of midway through your 3 rounds, just over now. You said before the week started, top 30 was your aim. You're kind of tracking for a little bit better than that now.
One shot at a time, forget leaderboards, forget score for the minute, enjoy it. I'm playing with 2 absolute legends. It's brilliant.
Cracking stuff so far, keep it going.
Cheers, kid boy. Today's round, bogey free. It's really good, mate. It's giving me a load of confidence. Thank you.
Jimmy, how's it feel to be handing a card with a -4 on it?
Lovely jubbing, isn't it? Knew I could do that. Right, round 3. Drive it well off the tee, knock and close, hold some putts, boom. Let's do it. It's definitely tougher today. First 7 holes are tough. It's not good. Tee ball was good, long game was really good, but didn't hit anything close. It's just hang on in, bodge it round, but nothing really that I can hang me out on. Every time I go out, it seems in competition, I just get better and better. all 3 days. I loved every minute of it, so just keep enjoying it. It's been class.
So Jimmy, we followed you this week, 5 under par in a proper tournament. How you feeling?
Real good. I said to you I wanted 3 rounds under par. Didn't quite get there, shot level today, but I'm in the red for 3. Really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it though. I loved every minute of it. See these up close and personal, what it's going to take if I want to have a little bash at professional golf in a few years. It's a big eye-opener. Very good they are. I don't see any other tours out there really competing with this. This is like, once you turn that 50 mark, this is where everyone wants to be. But if I actually got on the tour one day, that would be a dream come true. And as Ryan said, you know, to play professional football in one career if you want, and then a different part of your life later on to do it in another, there ain't many people achieve that. So that's a good goal.
The winner of the 2025 Costa Navarino Legends Tour Trophy, Peter Baker.
Jimmy played in tournament conditions, but not physically in the tournament. It was though he was in the tournament. Actually, if he did play, he would have finished joint 14th in a field of 60. Some of the purists didn't really like that, but it was great for us because we built, you know, a decent audience on the back of that, and actually he's a very, very good player as well.
Did we execute it from a player perspective right? Probably not. We might have got a few things wrong with that. Ruffled a few feathers.
To be honest, we probably shouldn't have done it the way we did it.
It probably was communicated a little bit too late to them.
So we have to be very careful about how we do that in the future. On the flip side, media ratings through the charts.
Oh, it absolutely blew up for us. Audience growth was phenomenal. You know, we got a couple of thousand followers just from those couple of days alone.
Costa Navarino saw a spike in terms of inbound traffic to buy tee times there. Tourism board loved it. We had an influx of people coming to our website, to our social channels, wanting to find more out about our playing experiences. So again, it helped us monetize it.
I was just in London getting my visa for our China tournament, walking past the pub opposite and hearing a group of guys talking about, oh, did you see Jimmy Bullard play on that golf tour a couple of weeks ago? And they wouldn't have probably known about the Legends Tour beforehand, but the fact that they're actually talking about it, you know, a couple of weeks after is incredible. So the reach that he has, yeah, did wonders for us.
It really, really got around that sports fan base, not just golf, but it transcended golf into sport, which is something that we're always looking to do.
What Ryan brings to the table is passion.
When he gets something in his sight lines, he's going for it.
He's ruthless.
I'll pick up the fucking phone and I'll do the deal.
He's been fantastic for the Legends Tour.
The biggest challenge is the future of the game.
Our biggest threat is not moving with the times and not modernising a well-established tour.
Senior Ryder Cup would be a game changer.
We're now determined to make it happen.
Because I think it's the single biggest thing we can do in senior golf.